Good evening, everyone. A very good evening to everyone, and welcome to this live on goal setting for children. I'm very happy to have this talk at this time, which is the starting of the year, so that the children can make good goals for themselves for the coming year ahead. We will wait for some time, let some people join in, and then I'll start in a minute or two. So, by the time you're waiting, for all those who don't know me, let me give my introduction to you. So, I'm Dr. Mona Gujral. I am a doctor by education and I have studied child psychology also. And I am a parenting coach. And I am also the author of a best selling book on Amazon, which is by the name of Raising a Mindful Parent. So, my main mission is to help the children who are going through various phases of troubles and pains and stress and anxiety in their life. So, my main mission is to help them as much as I can. So, I help them in the area of emotional development, emotional problems. I help them in the area of their education. I have a lot of I do a lot of programs which are on increasing the memory for the children, and I help them forming strong bonds and coming out of any kind of a negative situation that they are in. How to beat the situation, how to come out of it with flying colors, believing in yourself, having that you have the potential. So this is some of that I do. I am based out of Gurgaon, and you can find me for anyone who would you can find me on social media by the name of Dr. Mona Gujral. I have my Facebook page, I have my Insta account, my LinkedIn account, my YouTube channel, and I have some courses on Udemy also for the children, which I am doing for the children. So anyone who needs my help, they can reach me out at these places, and there's a lot of work that I am doing for the children. So, and I'm very happy to be a part of Elefaanty, which have started a very unique way of imparting education to the children. So I know their future plans, they are coming up with a lot of good stuff. Right now, also, what they have is a very engaging content for the children, what they have. So, I mean, this is their, this is their offshoot from the parent company. So this is their offshoot because they wanted to give to the society. So they wanted to do something for the children at large. So that's a very noble initiative that they have started, and I'm very happy to be a part of it and doing this talk on goal setting for the children. And my intention before doing this is that you gain something which is really important, and the children actually learn to form that goals in their life, so that they have look something to look up to. So let's wait. I think it's 4864. So let's wait for a minute so, and then we can start with the main topic. So I think I'm not aware. I cannot see how many people have joined, but nonetheless, let us start. I think it's 6:05, so we can start, and people will keep joining in us. So yes, so the today's topic for is goal setting in children. So the first thing is, what are the goals? So somebody would ask me, what are goals? What exactly do you mean by goals? So for to explain this, I have a very there's a Bollywood dialogue from a very famous movie. There is a Bollywood dialogue. So I would like to explain what are goals with that, with the help of that. So that dialogue says that goals are not something that you dream of when you sleep. Goals are something which don't let you sleep. So that is a very powerful dialogue, and which actually conveys the meaning of goal settings and goals in a very powerful way. So something that you're dreaming of, that when you're sleeping and you're dreaming of, that is not your goal. Goal will not let you sleep till you actually finish it. So, for example, if you want to have a new car, if you want to upgrade your car, and you say, I wish to have a Mercedes, right? So, that is a dream for you because you already have a car. And if you don't get a Mercedes, nothing is going to go wrong for you. You still have a car available with you, which will take you from point A to point B. But a goal is something that if your child wants to enroll for a particular course, and you have to you want to invest some x amount of money in that, and you're short of that money, so that is the goal for you, to get that x amount of money for your child, so that your child can get admission in the course, in the university, whatever they wanted, right? So that is a goal that will not let you sleep. Till the time you do not get that kind of money, the x amount what you want, you will not sleep. So that is a goal. So that is a difference between a want, I want something, I wish something, and I have to get that. So when the have to comes, that is a goal. So next question can be, why are goals important for us? Why do we need to have the goals? So for this, I'll share a small story from Mahabharat. So I think the parents who are sitting here, they might be knowing this story, but let me share it with the children. So in Mahabharata, as you all know, so there were two Kauravas and Pandavas. So the Kaurava and Pandavas, they were learning from the same guru, and their guru's name was Guru Dronacharya. So one day he was teaching them archery, and he wanted to test them ki how well the all the students have learned this. So he gave them a bird. The bird was placed on a tree, and he asked everyone to aim at the eye of the bird. So one by one, he gave the bow and the arrows and the bow to each of the students, and he asked them to aim at the eye of the bird. So every time, one of the students, his disciple was coming, and they were putting the bow and the arrow. So he used to ask, "What are you seeing?" So one there were 5 students. So one child used to say, I can see the leaves, I can see the tree, I can see the bird. Someone used to say, I can see the sky and the tree and the birds. So everybody had a different answer. So for everyone, he said, no, now let the next person come, next let the next person come. He did not let them shoot the arrow. So when the turn of Arjuna came, Arjuna was believed to be the best archer. So when his turn came, so he asked Arjuna, what are you seeing? And Arjuna said, I can only see the bird, eye of the bird. So he said, look carefully, what else do you see? He said, I cannot see anything else. I can only see the eye of the bird. So then it was when Guru Dronacharya told him, okay, now you can shoot the arrow. So sure enough, when Arjun shot the arrow, it actually went and hit the eye of the bird. So all the other students asked him that, this is very unfair. You could have given us a chance. Probably even we would have hit the goal. So he said, no, that would have been a wastage of resources. So because you were not focused on the goal, you did not see the goal properly. You were looking at all the other things. And if I would have let you do it, it would have been a wastage of the resources. So, this is why we need to have a goal. If we do not have a goal, we are wasting our resources. We will be just roaming around aimless, doing something, doing one thing today, second thing, tomorrow, doing various things on various days, but not actually, taking a path and moving towards a goal. And in the process, we will be wasting our resources. So if you do not have a goal, proper goal, so you will be wasting your resources. So that is one reason why you should have a proper fixed goal for yourself. So now, many of the parents here would also ask me that at what age should we start the goal setting for the children? My child is 4-year old, 5-year old. When can I start for my child? So my suggestion would be that you can start with the goal setting for your child from the age of 5 onwards. So when the child is very small, you do not have to have a very big goal for the child. So for you have to have a deadline, do this, do that. No, nothing like that. For a child who is like 5 to 10 years of age, you can have very simple goals. For example, for a 5-year-old child, you can always tell them that for this whole week you have to help every day you have to help one person. It can be the mother, it can be the father, it can be the teacher in the school, it can be your friend, or it can be your help at home. So you just have to help one person. So that is the goal of the child, in a day to help one person. And same, next week you can ask the child that whoever you meet, you have to greet the person. Greet them, say good morning, say good afternoon, say namaste. Just greet anyone that you're meeting. So that can be the goal for the next week. So similarly, in a similar fashion, you can tell them to have a small very doable goals. And I think these doing helping one person in a day is a very doable goal for a 5-year-old, and for the parent also. It will not burden the parent, but what it will do, it will inculcate the habit of goal setting in the children from a very young age. And habits, when you get one habit, you get into a habit, that is the best thing. You cannot break it's very difficult to break a habit. So if you get it's from a very young age, you are doing your child a very big favor, trust me on that. So this is how you can start with a very small goal for your child. And as your child increases in age, as the child increases in maturity, you can increase the level of the goal according to what you see how your child is developing. So that way you can increase the goal of your child. And what I would say is the proper formal goal setting for the child can start when the children are at the age of 10-year-old. And from that it can be a very formal way of putting up goals. They can have a small goal of probably getting good marks in the coming up exam, or being the monitor of the class, or if they are playing some sport, so just excelling in that sport. So they can have small goals for them. And I think by the time your child is around in ninth standard or 10th standard, the child can have goals for the future. So that is the time when you can start the goals for the future of the child also. And what session I will be giving today is simplified to meet the standards of the children, because I'm sure many children are watching this, but it will definitely help the parents also who are watching. And I would suggest all the parents that if your child is very small, just listen to what pointers I will be giving out, and start inculcating them in your child's daily routine one by one. Do not get everything together. Do it one by one so that the child is not burdened. And I would also suggest, before I start with the formal goal setting plan, I would also suggest you to please have a paper and a pen in hand, so that I will be sharing many unique things with you, so that you can note it down. If you remember, you can forget. If you write, you won't forget. So how do we go about the goal setting? So now comes the goal setting part of it. How do we go ahead? So I will be taking you on 7 steps from G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we will start from the G goal and come down to part A. So I will be sharing 7 steps with you how to form and achieve your goals. So first is the G. G is for goals, setting your goals. So take a pen and a paper and start setting your goals. And it is said, research says that 92% of the people never achieve their goals. Why? Because they do not set them. They always think, yeah, I know, I have it in my mind, I know what I have to do. But then they do not. Your mind is, every day, your mind has around a million thoughts. So somewhere along the way, the goal is also lost. So have that, you should write it down, make proper plans and write it down. So if you write down your goals, you have a 42% chance of increased chances of fulfilling your goals. So every time, write down your goals, and write down something which is really, when you're making a goal, think big, do not think small. Have a big goal in your mind. Have something which will actually give you the power, which will give you the urge to actually go and finish that goal. Something which you really want to do it in life, no matter how big it is. And when the children are setting the goals, I would request the parents a small suggestion, that do not limit the potential of your child. Whatever your child is saying, I want to do this thing in my life, just say yes, you can do it, go ahead. Only stop the child if you see any danger happening, danger to the life of the child. That is a time when you can stop. I mean, talk to the child about the goal, to change the goal. Otherwise, never stop the child. So just believe in the unlimited potential of your child. So that is the biggest favor a parent can do, when they believe that my child is extraordinary. My child has unlimited potential and they can, go and get what they want in life. So do not limit the child, the potential of the child. So I'll give you my example. So my daughter, when she was 9 year old, so just sitting and talking to her, that what do you want to become when you grow up? And she just said, very casually, I want to open a bank. I want to have a bank of my own. So at that moment, I could have told her, just mocked at her, or just told her, how difficult it is to open a bank. How can you open a bank? We do not have that kind of resources. How do you think we can open? So that could have been one way, but and that my child would have, I would have mocked at the child and told her no. So my child would have gone into a shell, thinking that probably I cannot do, so I can do only limited things, and her I would have instantly limited her thinking, right? But my no, what I did was, I was like, oh wow, that's a wonderful goal. So I will also help you, do with that. Will you give me money? I started, talking to her about her goal. I asked her why she wanted to become, why she wanted to open a bank, and her reply was, someone wanted some money. One of my staff wanted some money. So I said, because they asked you for money, if I have a bank, they can take the money from the bank. So she had that kind of a thought process. So I try to encourage her. I try now, whenever I find some nice article, I just tell her, I bring it down to her level, and I tell her to read that article. So this is the way I am, helping my child reach her goal. She might, I mean, she will definitely, when she is actually so focused, she will definitely reach her goal, and I'm not limiting the her progress. So this is what I want to tell the parents present here, that be very mindful of the way you're talking to your child about their goals. They can achieve anything they want. So second is, attach some purpose to the goal. So there has to be a pain and a gain with your goals attached. Like my daughter, she wanted to say that because anyone who needs money can come and take it from the bank for their needs. So this is what her thought process is. This is what her pleasure was. That if I achieve that goal, this is the pleasure I can help others out of it. So with your goal, think, if I achieve my goal, this is a very good question which I want to people to write down. If I achieve my goal, what are my gains? What am I going to gain from that? And if I don't achieve my goal, what are my pains? What am I losing if I don't achieve it? So here I can tell you a very short story. So there was a man who was trying to give up smoking. So he was a chain smoker and he tried his level best. This was his goal, to give up smoking. He tried his level best, but at the max probably he could drop smoking for a week or so. But then one day, what happened? Her daughter came in from school, and she gathered all the boxes of cigarettes and she just threw them out. So the man was very angry and he said, why are you doing this? So she just sat with her father and she told him that today my teacher was telling me about the dangers of smoking, right? The dangers of smoking. So, and she said that those people who smoke, they die early. So papa, I want you to attend my marriage. When I get married, I want you to be there. So the moment the person heard those words from his daughter, he was like, the whole his whole world came crashing down, and he saw the reality that my daughter is getting married and I'm not there at that day of her life. So that was the time he's left the smoking, and he never touched the cigarette again in his life, although he was a chain smoker for around 30 years. So this is what, when he saw the pain in the that if I do not leave it, this is the pain I will have. So when his pain was shown to him, he left that. So when your gain is, you see your gain when you reach your goal, that is the most propelling factor to for you to reach your goal. So always attach your emotions, attach a purpose, attach a pain and a gain to your goal. So that is, and the second point would be in goals is have a time limit. So write down all your goals, whatever goals you comes to your mind, write them down, and in front of them write down long term goals, short term goals and immediate goals. So the long term goals will be something like, at the around after 20 years, something which you can reach after 20 years. This is for the children I'm saying. Something you can reach after 20 years. Short term goals will be something around 5 to 7 years of years of range, time range, and immediate goals will be probably next month or till 1 year, 2 years. Those are the immediate goals. So, for example, if a child is saying that I want to become a cardiovascular surgeon when I grow up, so his long term goal will be to become a cardiovascular surgeon. His short term goal would be to, pass the medical entrance exam and get admission medical college. And his immediate goal would be, so for example, if the child is in a grade 9 or grade 8, so his immediate goal would be to very good marks to pass his ninth grade, then get very good marks in his 10th grade so that he can choose the subjects of his choice and actually move towards his larger goal of am I audible to everyone? I think yes. Okay. So his larger goal to reach his larger goal of becoming a cardiovascular surgeon. So along the way, what will happen is your as you finish your immediate goals, your new immediate goals will start forming, and as you reach your short-term goals, your short-term goals will again start forming again new short-term goals. But every time when you reach one goal, when you make a new goal, give it a time limit. Otherwise, it will be, yes, I'll do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. And the tomorrow never comes, right? So, this is about what I told you about goal, the G part, the goal setting. Now comes the F. F is for find a plan. So we have to, when we have to reach towards somewhere, we need to have a plan. If you're planning to reach, from your school to your house, from your house to your school, if you're planning to go, so you will plan, how will I go? Will I walk? Will I take a school bus? Will I take a cab? How will I go from, or and I will go in my own car. So how will I go from my house to my school? So that is a plan that you're making. So same way, whenever you're trying to reach your goal, have a plan. My goal, right? So we will take the example of the child wanting to become a cardiovascular surgeon. So for this, the child will be like, I need to have a plan. So I will get good grades in my 10th standard so that I get the subjects of my choice, which will help me crack the entrance exam. So sorry, so those subjects of his choice would be getting good marks in physics, in chemistry, in biology, all that. So for now, if the child knows that, I cannot do physics very well, I need help. So there is a plan that, okay, I need help in physics, so I will go and find a teacher who can help me in physics, probably after the school hours, or I can ask my school the teacher in the school only to help me with that. So I know I'm weak in that, I will get help in that. And then what do I need more? What do I need more to do? So I need to, I cannot rely only on the studies of the school. So I also need to know what is the structure of the paper which comes in the entrance exam. So I need to be aware of that structure. I need to know there are MCQs coming. So I need to know how to, do those MCQs. How can I go ahead and, do how many questions are coming? What is the time limit? How do I need to manage my time in the entrance exam? So these are all the steps that the child needs to make in this case, for example. So this is what, so the plan is divided into, form a plan is divided into 3 steps, that who can help me reach there, right? And what can I do? And when can I do it? When is a good time? So from ninth standard itself, I cannot start preparing for my entrance exam, right? So the time has to be when probably I'm in the 11th or the 12th standard. Then I can start preparing for my entrance exam. So when I need to do it, what I need to do it, and who will help me. So these are the 3 points which come under the forming a plan. Now the F is over. Now we come to the E part, the evidence. The E is the evidence and the celebrations. So E is like evidence of how far you have come. So am I on the right track? The evidence tells you that yes, you are on the right track. Because many times when we are, following our goals, we get a doubt. Am I on the right plan? What I'm doing, is it right? So then the evidence plays a very big part of it. That yes, you have come from this step, you have come reached this step. So that means you're on the right track. For example, if I want to go from Delhi, if I want to go from Delhi to Jaipur, so I have to go from Delhi. When I start from my house, I have to go to Gurgaon. From Gurgaon, I have to reach Manesar. So these are all the towns coming to reach Manesar. From Manesar, I'll reach Bhiwadi. Bhiwadi, I'll reach Alwar. And this is the way that I will go. So when I reach, I see it on the map. And when I reach, Gurgaon, okay, I'm on the right track. So when I reach my next destination, yes, I'm on the right track. So that is the evidence that yes, you're on the right track. So pen down your evidences also, that if I'm doing this, I'm doing right. If I get good percentage in my 10th exams, that means I'm doing right. If I get a good percentage to, if I got the subjects of my choice, the physics, the chemistry, the biology, so that means I am on the right track. So these are your evidences as children, like what you will be doing it. And celebrate. Celebration is a very good way which actually peps you up. So celebration keeps you on the track that yes, the road ahead is not boring and monotonous, but yes, it is full of happiness and praise, right? Full of joy also. So we are human beings and we need to have that kind of an emotional feeling to it. And we need to feel good and feel joyful about whatever we are doing in life. Then only we will stick to that road. Otherwise, we will go off the road. Because most of the things that we do, the which things which are not acceptable and which the parents don't like, we do it to find the joy. So if we are getting the joy in what we are doing, if we are getting that happiness and contentment in what the road we are taking to reach our goal, so then the road will be joyful for all of us, and then we don't need to look here and there for happiness and joy. So you have to celebrate. Every time you reach a small milestone, celebrate. And this is where I would like, like the parents, most of the parents, many parents, they say कि ठीक है ज़्यादा, you don't have to be happy. Okay, you've just reached this part, right? You've just reached a minor milestone. You've not reached your goal set, so you do not celebrate as yet. Celebrate when you reach your goal. So understand that your goal is their final goal is around 20 years ahead or 10 years ahead. So you cannot deprive the child of happiness and joy for 10 years, right? Keep celebrating, and that gives a push to the child also. So for all the parents, be very mindful that let the children have the joy of reaching the one small milestone, and then they will reach further. So do not get down the happiness factor of your child. Be and celebrate with your child. Yes, I'm so proud of you that you've reached this. And even if this child does not reach by any by because of any reason, the child does not reach that milestone, do not the way you planned your step, the way you worked it. I'm very proud of you, I'm very happy that you've done it. That's okay, you did not reach it this time, you can do it later, you can do it in the next try, you can do it. Encourage the child. Do not at any point discourage the child. If you see that your child is authentically trying, if you see that your child is with his whole mind and energy trying to reach something, do not discourage the child. So many parents have this thing that it's okay, it's okay, forget it, it will not happen. Or they try to discourage that, do not celebrate just now because you've not reached your final goal. So do not have that in mind. Encourage the child at every step. Your encouragement matters the most for the child. Whatever the teacher says, whatever anybody else says, it's the encouragement of the parent which matters a lot. And if the children do not get that encouragement from the child, they look out for other things. So better you encourage the child at your own level. So now we, from E, evidence and celebrate, we come to the D. The D is do not give up. So, okay, am I live? Yeah, I think so. Yes. I'm sorry. I think I am the connection get lost. Okay. So yes, I was on obstacles. So what obstacles? So I was talking to the parents that at this point, we many times we have an urge. I told you so. You cannot reach this. Nobody is in our family has become a doctor. So we will take the example trying to become a cardiovascular surgeon. So, and you will say, that's such a big goal. I told you cannot do that. I told you it cannot happen. Nobody in our family has become a doctor. All in our everyone is our family is an engineer. You also don't become an engineer? Why you want to become a doctor? So many of the parents, they have a tendency of telling this to the child. But if your child is actually you are discouraging the child at that time. The child is already down, and you are hearing this from you, the child will be more discouraged. So it is always the duty of the parent that the only thing, the best thing that you can do, I'm repeating myself, but the best thing you can do for your child is believe in the unlimited potential. Believe that my child can achieve anything that they set their eyes on. They have that potential in them. It's only by all the outer factors, all the beliefs that the society gives us, that we dim down our potential. But the children have potential. You as a parent have to believe in them. Only when you believe in them, they will blossom into something that they are meant to be. So do not ever say that I told you so that you will fail. I told you you cannot get it. Always say that's okay, this is just a roadblock, this is just a speed breaker. So you are slowing down your speed, but do not stop. Move ahead, keep moving ahead. Encourage them that way. Next will be having in this step only, having some positive self talk with you. It is very important to have some positive self talk, some positive affirmations always ready to have it with you for the children. And this probably you can ask your parents, they can help you, or you can google them, or you can have, if you have a mentor, your mentor can help you achieve that. So you can have some positive self talk with you. The C, now we come to the D part is over. Now we come to the C part. The C is chunk down your goals. So we have one big goal. So we have to bring it down into smaller parts. So if you have a pizza, you cannot eat the whole pizza in one go. You have to divide it into small portions and then eat it bite by bite, right? So same way, you have to chunk down your goals to a manageable level. So you cannot think of becoming a cardiovascular surgeon in one day. You have to, every day you have to, do, first you have to pass your ninth standard, get good marks in your 10th standard, get good marks in your 11th, 12th, go through crack the CPMT. Then you have to, go into the medical school. There's so many steps involved. So break it down. And once you reach every step, celebrate that these are your evidence, these are your references for future growth. So chunk down your goal to manageable levels, because otherwise it will be very difficult, it will be very overwhelming to have a very big goal in front of you. Next, now that is the C, chunk down your goals. Now we come to the B. So B is believe in yourself. So believe, again I'm coming to the belief part, because trust me, the belief part is the biggest thing. Every time we do not achieve something, it is because we do not believe in ourselves. Many of the problems, the many adults are also having problem because they do not believe in themselves. They do not believe that they can do something. So this is why they are also having the problem. So believe is a very good, it's a very important thing, to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you know that I can do, no, I can do it, I can I can reach my goal at any cost. So if you have that kind of confidence in you, the universe will arrange itself, and the universe will make things happen for you. So there's a very nice quote from the book Alchemist, which says that when you really want something, the whole universe will conspire to get it for you. It's also a movie. Some Bollywood movie also has also taken this quote from The Alchemist. But this originally it is a quote from The Alchemist, which says that whenever you want something with all your heart, the universe will rearrange itself to get it for you. So believe in yourself, and once you believe in yourself, belief can move mountains. So you must have heard about this term. So yes, believe in yourself, and same thing. I'm repeating myself, but the yes, the parents have to have that kind of a belief in their children also. So belief is one very important factor. It can make you do things which you do not dream that you can do, and it can make you do nothing at all if you believe I cannot do it. So, and there is a very short story which I would like to tell you. So, this is the story of belief. How our belief makes us work, how our beliefs makes things happen for us. So there was a person. He had a lot of tumors in his body. He was on the stage 4, the end stage of his life. He had big ball-sized tumors in his, all over his body, and the doctors had given him a time of probably a month or so, that you can go home, we cannot do anything for you, and wait for a month, and you are going to die. So this is a real story. It is recorded in the journals, American Journal, medical journal also. You can read it through that. So that person, he was just at home. So one day he read a magazine, and that magazine said that there is a new drug by the name of caribuzone, and this drug can cure any kind of cancer. So that person went to his doctor and told him that, give me this injection. He said, doctor said the injection is not for you. This is for the initial stages. But he said, the patient said, I'm anyways going to die. It's not going to do any harm for me. Just give me that injection. I might get better. So the moment he gave him the injection, that was on a Friday afternoon, and on Monday, Monday after morning, the patient reports back to the doctor's office with all his tumor gone. All his visible tumor was gone. There were no big, lumps all around his body, and all his tumors were gone. So the doctor was very surprised, but then the doctor believed that, this is the belief of the person which has cured him and not the medicine. So same thing happened after a month or so. The patient, probably after a year, the patient was perfectly fine. After 1 year, he was reading the same medical journal again, and he read that, this the caribuzone, the injection what he got is useless, and it does not help in treating cancer at all. So the moment the patient read it, that person read it, he started. Am I disconnected? Okay, reconnection successful. I'm sorry, I think I went off again. But yes, okay, I was talking about A for action. And this is whatever small action you take an action every day, every moment. Take an action towards your goal, and never underestimate the power of even a small action. So this is what, we have come down towards the goal setting. So from G to A, I have told you all the 7 steps. I will just recap it for you. G is for goal setting, and the goal setting involves writing it down, having a purpose, which is a pain or a gain to it, and forming a time limit. The short-term goals, long-term goals, and the immediate goals. Then F is find a plan. Who can help me, when do I need to do it, and what do I need to do. Then E is evidence and celebrate. D is never, do not give up whatever comes. Do not give up to reach your goals. C is chunk down into smaller steps. And B is for believe in yourself, the power of belief. And A is act. Just do some action and reach your goals. So, this was my talk on goal setting, and I think we have a few questions. So, which I can, I will just take it up. So, Mr. Rahul David has asked me, can goal setting be done for toddlers too? So yes, Mr. Rahul. So what, as I told you for a 5 year old, but yes, you can use it for a smaller child, for 3 4 years old, when the child is able to understand your instructions. So you can just tell that today you have to today you just have to help clean your bed. Clean your stuff. Pick up your stuff and put it in a table. Clean your table. You just these are the small goal settings that you can start the child with, and once you do it for continuously 5 6 months, they become a habit in the child. So this is our main aim, is to make goal setting as a habit in the children. So you can, yes, start from toddlers too, but with the age appropriate goals for them. So Anupam Sid has asked me, I settled my goal to get a PS5 but don't know how to achieve it. So you set a goal to get a PS5. So negotiate it with your parents how you want. So your parents will tell you, you have to do this first. This they will tell you, if you do this, then you will get a PS5. So you have to then you do not need to make a goal towards your PS5. You need to make a goal towards what your parents have told you, that do this, do this, do this, and then you will get a goal. So that is the road plan to reach your PS5. So ask your parents what are their terms and conditions to reach that PS5. So ask them that way. So Sheila Kumari has asked me how to confront a kid who could not achieve his goal. So you don't have to confront the kid. You have to go and empathize with the kid, that I know you are feeling very bad. I know that you're not feeling good because you could not achieve your goal. So let us sit and talk. Why, what happened, where you went wrong, did you need any help, did you need any assistance, did you need any help from my side, from anyone's side. Go to the root of the problem, where why the child failed. Do not confront the child. Confrontation is like something, matlab the child will just go down. So just empathize with the child. It is somewhere the child is also feeling bad because he could not reach his goal. So empathize that I understand you could not achieve your goal, but now let's sit and talk about it. Let's make a new plan towards your goal. So Nimisha Pankaj has asked me how to stay motivated until achieving a goal. So yes, Nimisha, I told a few pointers that celebrate whenever you reach a small evidence. You reach a small milestone, celebrate. So you have to chunk down your goal to smaller milestones, and when you achieve each milestone, celebrate. So that way you will keep motivated. That, and look at, and these milestones that you achieve become your references. Yeah, that yes, I was able to achieve that, so I can achieve the future bigger goal also. So they become your references. Okay. So Sayana has asked me, as soon as we achieve a goal, we develop another one. Is this a endless loop? Endless loop. Why? Because have a purpose towards, as I told you in the first one, have a purpose, a bigger purpose towards your goal. So once when you achieve a goal, you are satisfied with it. If you have a goal that, for example, I was giving the example of the child becoming a cardiovascular surgeon. So if she just becomes a cardiovascular surgeon to earn money or something, just to get the money, he will feel dissatisfied with his goal. But if he uses that, yes, I will become a cardiovascular surgeon and I will help a lot of people who are in need of the treatment, but they cannot afford it, so I will make it affordable for them. I will make it, probably give it free for them. So when a child does that, that will actually give a lot of fulfillment. And after that, if once you're contented, whatever goal you make next, because you cannot sit without any goals. It is not an endless loop, it is just the human need. We cannot be just sitting idle, because we have a overactive mind which has so many thoughts coming to us each day. So we just cannot sit idle. So this is what actually, but you have to be contented with the goal that you have reached. Once you have the level of contentment, the next goal that you make will be for a higher purpose, will be for, and we have that higher purpose. We are born on this earth with a higher purpose to help many people. So that goal, when you make it, it will not feel like a loop or feel like a trap. It will feel like, yes, this is my higher calling, my higher purpose. So, Marie Kumar has asked me how to make children understand the importance of goals. So, children, you cannot make children understand anything. You have the children copy you. Whatever you want the child to do, you have to do it yourself. So telling them, you set a goal for them every month. Probably if you're making monthly goals for yourself or weekly goals for yourself, set a day when you are making a goal for you, for yourself, and make it in such a fashion that, wow, I made this goal. And at the end of the month, when you are auditing all your goals, whether you've done it or not, be very proud of it. Wow, I did this, I set my eyes on this, I did it. So your children will be intrigued that, what have you done, what are you doing. So when the children will be intrigued, you can always tell them that, I made a goal of this and I achieved it in my time, in my stipulated time, whatever time frame I had. So the children will be very intrigued by that. And then the children will be, you can ask them, do you want to also start making a goal? So just introduce goals to them in that way. Do not make them, you have to make a goal. That's not going to work. So you have to show them how to do it. There's a very nice frame, walk the talk. You have to walk the talk. Okay. So Sayana has asked me, if what if our parents have different goals than ours and not ready to support us? Yes, the parents do have. So your parents are a different entity. You are a different entity. So it's different. So you cannot imagine that all you also want to become the same thing, and your parents also want to do the same thing. Like for example, your parents want you to become an engineer, and you do not want to become an engineer. You want to probably become an artist. So what will and all the mathematics, all the formulas, all the calculations, I cannot understand that. So if I'm going to become, do that, I'm going to probably fail or not get very good marks. I'm more interested in that. These are my future plans. This is what, if I have a plan to convince your parents. Your parents will not get convinced if you just talk. Okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. No, have it in writing that, I will get a degree in arts. I will start making, if you like, pottery, or I'll start making sculptures. I'll hold my exhibition. I plan to do this in the next year. I plan to do this in the next 5 years. If you have a proper plan, chalk down on a pen and a paper, your parents will give you a chance. There is a chance that your parents will come around. But if you all have just a plan in the air, nothing is going to happen. Okay, so Naveen Raj says, what are the demerits of not having a goal? So, as I told you in the why statement, I started my talk with the what and the why. So, if you do not have a goal, you will be wasting all your resources without reaching anywhere. So, I gave an example about Arjuna. So, I can give you another example if you don't have a goal. So, for example, you see a ship at the harbor. So if somebody is sitting, the captain of the ship is there, and the captain of the ship knows that, I have to go my ship from the mainland, from the island to the mainland, or I have to go take my ship somewhere, and the captain has a definite plan of action. From here, I will take this route and, go navigate and take my ship to some place, and if you have a plan, the ship will reach that area. Now think of a ship which do not have a plan, and there is no captain inside the ship. So the ship is just at the mercy of the waves. The waves can take the ship anywhere, and the ship will go around and probably get crashed on an island. So all the resources are wasted. It did reach from wherever it was to somewhere, but that was all waste. It did not serve any purpose. Just went into wastage. So that is the point. If you do not have a plan, if we do not have a goal in life, our resources will be wasted, and we will not reach anywhere where we are meant to reach. And the thing is, we will not get that contentment in life, because goal is always connected to a higher purpose, and we as human beings are looking for that contentment because we are put on this earth for a higher purpose. And if we do not achieve our purpose, we will not feel that contentment and happiness. Okay, so Susan is asking me, if we reward a child on achieving a goal, he will lose the interest in the goal and only be interested in the reward. I mentioned this. I mentioned this when I was saying, because yes, most of the parents have this thought that if we reward a child for a smaller goal, they will not go towards the bigger goal. No, that is not a right thinking. We have to have rewards, we have to have celebration along the way also, to keep that interest, to keep the joy and the happiness of achieving a goal. So these become ki theek hai, this time I received that. No, now when I go ahead, I achieve a bigger goal, I will get a bigger reward. So when I go ahead, I will convey to your child that way. So this is important. Rewarding and celebration is very important on your way to goal setting. For because I have been giving that example of the child who wants to become a cardiovascular surgeon. So that become takes 30 years. By the child is 30 years of age, he's going to become a good cardiovascular surgeon. So what do you think? Will not give any reward or any celebration to the child for 30 years of his life. So what will be the the motive, the happiness, the joy left? So keep rewarding, that is important. Okay. So Shaiju is asking me, how can we set goals effectively for toddlers? Yes, I mentioned that for toddlers who are, probably not, they cannot form perfect goals. They cannot understand, they cannot have high level goals. For them, just start by saying that, today you have to, this is your goal for today, that you have to greet everyone that you meet. So say good morning, say good evening, say namaste to everyone that you're meeting, right? Anyone who's elder or anyone you're meeting, just make small goals like this. So this is your goal for today. And if the child is able to write, probably 5 years onward, the children are able to. Children can write. I said namaste. I said good morning. I said this. So the children can write it down. Just one small sentence. I said good morning, and every day when he did it for someone. So at the end of a month, so at the end of 3 weeks, so the child will have 30 written messages that I did this, I did this, I did this. So that will have, when you see it with the child, sit at the end of the month and read it with the child will have a lot of positive effect and positive affirmation, that wow, I've done so much, I never thought I could do all this. So that is a very good uh, what do you say, I'm just slipping, the word is slipping me, boosting. It gives a very good boosting to the booster to the child, that wow, I've done this, I've done so much, I never thought I'm capable of doing that. So that actually helps. So I mean, this is the way. With a toddler, you can start with the very small goals, very small goals. Just probably cleaning his area where the child is sitting and playing, just cleaning that area, or just finishing the food on time, big goal for some children. So just introduce goals with that matter. Our main aim of introducing goals to a toddler, to very small children, is to make it as a habit for them. So form a habit for them. Okay, so Nimisha says, for adults, if there is a dream which we could not achieve, and which is a dream we are not feasible to achieve in future, how to overcome its disappointment and sadness. So Nimisha, the thing is, we can achieve anything we want. It is all in our mind. So, for example, yes, I mean, there can be some physical, obstacles to it. So probably if a person is not, doesn't have two healthy feet and the person wants to run, all the people are doing it. But yes, that can be a physical limitation at times. But other than that, you can achieve any dream you want. Believe in the power of universe. Believe in the, the story I told you about the person who was having cancer. The story I told you, that is the power, that's true story, you can google it also. And that is the power of belief. So if that can happen, our subconscious mind is capable of achieving anything that we want. You can attract anything from the universe, provided you are ready for it. So how to overcome the disappointment and sadness? I would suggest that be with an open mind. First you go towards your dream again, reassess your dream, reassess it, see where you failed once, and reassess it and tackle it again with this open mind, that yes, this time the universe is going to help me, and my universe is going to give me what I ready. When you have all the resources ready for you, the help will come from the universe. Right, so that is a proven fact. So I think with that, we have overshot the time. It's already past 7. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for joining it. And I wish you